9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Greetings, everyone. This is me again, Zahra, ex-Muslim, ex-Shia. Now on this topic, to help the Shias also on this, Ismailis warmly are welcomed, Boris, Bori Shias, all Shias, 12 Shias. Please have a look at this. I've just done the notes, so I'm quite tired. Let's see if I can explain it properly here. If I can't, then I will come again. If I've missed something, made omissions, errors, I will come back again. I think this is going to be a long one. Let's see. Right, and then how many live streams will I require for this? And I'll have to go take breaks and all this, so please bear with me. Because my condition also, now when I make notes, I get tired. And just after making notes, I have to come here because, it's in my mind. It's there, what I'm doing. So I started with who is God, remember again, and God in Shia Islam. It was very tantalizing for me, excuse me, again to be reminded, as it is in the Nizari Ismailis, about God, the same for the Shias, 12 Shias, that God is above existence and non-existence. He is, but we don't know who he is. We can never know him, his essence. He doesn't even have an essence. According to Nizari Ismailis, explained in Wikipedia, that he is one, and about his oneness also of God is what then? So I'll be speaking of this. You see the Nizaris on Wikipedia, so it's the same thing for the 12 Shias and perhaps for the Bori Shias too, that he is one, okay? So they all believe that God is one and there is no God other than this one God. And this is their Tawheed also, the Shias, all together, all of them. So we are to find out, like, reading Al-Kafi also a long time ago as a Shia, this was very tantalizing that God is above his attributes, everything, even Najul Balagha of Imam Ali. So very tantalizing. We can never know God. We can't merge with him. Then what is the union? Like we will go to him. From him we come and to him we go. Inna lillah wa inna ilayhi raji'un. What is all this then? So I couldn't figure it out. Let's see, I've tried to work it out. And my notes are kind of, again, disorderly. So please bear with me on this too. I really appreciate it, your patience and your forbearance here with me. In Surah Baqarah, it's stated, and when my servants ask you about me, then tell them I am near. I answer the call of every believer when they call upon me. So let them also answer my call and believe in me so they may find rightful guidance. Surah Baqarah at 186, this was. And this is. So now what I started with is, how is God near? Right? Is this nearness just attribute of his, like God's nearness to us? Right? Because he is beyond existence even. So how can he be near? So this is how I started. فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ. Allah is near. Then tell them I am near. I am near. Now it's personal, right? I. Not even tell them that Allah is near, but I am near. He becomes personal here also, to be noted. So those of you who can understand and are more intelligent than me may get it. Why he's, and even like help me in adding some things that I may have not added or forgotten or not able to explain properly. Now it becomes really personal. I am near. I am. So before the nearness, even if the Shias say that this nearness is his attribute, Allah's nearness, meaning Allah, the nearness he's made is an attribute. If I'm getting it right, okay? I'm just also guessing that nearness, his nearness is an attribute of his, perhaps. Because you see, I'm jumping to a conclusion through logical, this thing, right? Logical, like an induction or logical deduction, for example. So, comparison. Okay. From where? From Imam Ali's sermon 179 in Najul Balagha. Eyes cannot see him face to face, but hearts perceive him through the realities of belief. Only through the realities of belief. And the realities of belief, you can perceive him in what manner? That also was very confusing for me to read this as a Shia. Allah, He is near to things, but not physically contiguous or contiguous. He is far from them, but not physically separate, meaning separate. Now this is what we need to understand, and I've tried to understand this. There's a paradox that He is far, Allah is far, but not physically, although He's near and then He's far. There's a paradox in this. So I try to solve the paradox of this. Logical paradox, logical. What is paradox? That will also come. So concentrating now on one thing about God is that He is near, and let's find out how He is near and whether the Shias are true. The Imam Ali, the Imams have been true about this or false about this. He is near to things but not physically contiguous. He is far from them but not physically separate. Meaning not physically near, when he says he's near, and not far physically, meaning not separate from things. And that is God. Can Allah ever be far from anything when He says He is near? That would be a paradox or logical fallacy. A paradox is, and if this is a paradox, so what is a paradox? I will be telling you here after reading this. If this is a paradox and it needs to be explained like Hazrat Khizr explained the purpose of his actions, to Moses. So, a paradox. What is a paradox in the Western English Dictionary, Oxford Dictionary, Google searched by me? A seemingly absurd or contradictory statement or proposition which, when investigated, may prove to be well-founded or true. The uncertainty principle leads to all sorts of paradoxes, like the particles being in two places at once. A statement or proposition which, despite sound or apparently sound reasoning from acceptable premises, leads to a conclusion that seems logically unacceptable or self-contradictory. The liar paradox. Okay, so this is what the paradox means. I hope you get it. So in Surah Zumar ayat 3, again, I'm giving you the ayats now, where Allah says, from the Quran, Allah says, I'm near. Or first of all, what the polytheists say. So to disbelieve, okay. No, sorry. I will be mentioning this I don't know why I'm, okay, no. And yeah, but I will be giving ayats from the Quran where it says that Allah is near To disbelievers, God may seem far, but we can't say that, for He doesn't exist for them. Example, atheists, wait a minute, non-religious sense or taking Quran ayahs. Now I don't know how to put this. See, according to religion, the disbelievers, they have believed in Allah, right? The polytheists believe in Allah, and they are called disbelievers. The Ahl Kitab are sometimes called disbelievers. So it doesn't mean that they don't believe in Allah, right? This, what I mean by this, how I've put it, to disbelievers, God may seem far. Wait a minute. So I had to correct myself. Yeah, you may think like this, Muslims, that to the disbelievers, God may seem far. But we can't say that, for He doesn't exist for them. For the disbelievers in the Quran ayat, I don't know, for the disbelievers, even polytheists, God exists. God is, right? Okay, example, okay, now this Western example is that atheists, now you Muslims may take the Western example, but you go away from your Quran, perhaps, Quran ayats. These disbelievers, they were polytheists too, and they believed. Who is messing with my notes here? So, these disbelievers exist for them. Example, atheist, non-religious sense, right? God doesn't exist for them, the atheists. So taking the Western way, or taking Quran ayahs. So if taking Quran ayahs, those polytheists who believe in Allah seek nearness to Him through friends they worship, and yet they are called disbelievers. So in Surah Zumar ayat 3, they worship awliyas to, they say we worship them to seek nearness to Allah, Him. Then, let's see, God may seem far, but He is always near, right? So we can't say this for the disbelievers, even the atheists, because there's another ayat I'll be giving you from the Quran. Even those who, not even polytheist disbelievers, but completely those who don't believe in God, like atheists, right? So God may seem far, but He is always near. Still, we can't say that God is far. And how can we say that God is far? But there will come a time when I will be showing you that Imam Ali is not wrong in this way, that God is far. Far how? So I'll explain the paradox through Quran ayats. Imam Ali's statement, even if taken as a paradox, seems a lie right now. Doesn't sit well with the paradox even, right? Because when God is near, how can He be far? And where is He far? Surah 34 ayat 50 says, say, if I go astray, that is my loss. And if I am rightly guided, it is through what my Lord has revealed to me. He is all hearing and ever near. Ever near. So to the ever near, even to the disbelievers, ever near, right here, because He says, if I go astray, that is my loss. But if I'm rightly guided, and God has revealed this to me, He's all hearing and ever near, even to those, it seems, that go astray. However, if you don't believe me, there's another ayat that confirms that He's near to the disbelievers. Surah 24, ayat 39. But for those who deny the truth, their deeds are like a mirage in the desert, which the thirsty supposes to be water, until he comes to it only to find that it was nothing. He found instead that Allah was with him. So it doesn't say Allah was near him, but it says Allah was with him. I mean, I've just chosen Maududi's translation, but I'm not far away, and neither has he been drastically mistranslated the Quran ayat. This Quran ayat, Surah Nur ayat 39. So even the disbelievers would find Allah here when they don't find anything else. Allah says in this ayat, Surah 24 ayat 39, we can now safely reach the conclusion drawn from these Quran ayats that God is not far from the disbelievers even. Okay, these are the Quran ayats I've chosen. But those who disbelieve, ... But he finds Allah with him. Sahih International, but those who disbelieved. The translation of Surah 24 ayat 39, and Yusuf Ali, but he finds Allah with him. This part of the translation of Yusuf Ali of this ayat, Surah 24 ayat 39. Okay? So we can now safely say that he is near to all. Surah 16 ayat 1, inevitable cometh to pass, the command of Allah. Seek ye not, then to hasten it. Glory to him, and far is he above, having the partners they ascribe unto him. So what Imam Ali could be saying about in the sermon in Najul Balagha is that he's far above, but not separate, right? But far above what they ascribe to him. Imam Ali's paradox on this solved by ayats in the Quran like this one, stating that Allah is far above what they associate with him. Far is he above, having the partners they ascribe unto him. So we solved the paradox, but there's something else missing. Imam Ali's paradox on this solved by ayats in the Quran like this one, stating that Allah is far above what they associate with him. He is far from them, but not physically separate. What does this mean, not physically separate? Although far above what they associate with him, yet he's not separate from them. So this needs to be considered. If any of you have done PhDs in philosophy and all, can help me, Shias, especially Shias, please, if you've done PhD in philosophy, please help me here. And not physically separate. So he's far above what they associate with him. But let's see Imam Ali saying, yet Imam Ali says the God is not physically separate. That God is not physically separate, although far from it, not them. And then you see, Imam Ali has put it far from them. And this is what in philosophy is called what, this phrase? Far above what they associate with them. So when he's far from them, what kind of a statement is this in philosophy, logic? Another blunder Imam Ali has made in this. A blunder Imam Ali has made. Not only that, he's not separate from what they ascribe to him. If taking the statement, Quran ayat, Surah Nahl ayat 1. So, where I can't understand and I've left it open, I'll tell you, and I've been, like I would, like I told you now, like I don't understand how to properly put this. So if you can help me in that, it would be, so this. Great. I would really appreciate it. Yet Imam Ali says that God is not physically separate, although far from it. Then how do we understand this? Like, not physically, no, that God is not physically separate. He is far from them, but not physically separate, yeah? But not physical. What does this mean? And I might even go a little confused here, get confused and go confused. Let's see. Please bear with me. If I do, I'll come to correct myself. But now just a little bit quickly, okay? So he's not physically like separate. He's far from them, but not physically. And they've put a separate. So I don't know what the Arabic way Imam Ali has put it in the sermon number, I'm forgetting. It's up there written. And Najl Balagha, right? So it's an English translation that has come to me, which could be not accurate to how Imam Ali has put it in Arabic, in his own words. So anyways, we'll just a little more bearing with me. I may be making mistakes, but I don't think it would be a blunder. However, serious blunder. However, God is never separate from anything or anyone, right? So the Islamic. Oh, I made a mistake here. So the Islamic Tawheed or the Ismaili Shia or even the 12-er Shia. Okay, the Islamic Tawheed would mean not only there is no God, but God is not separate or far from anyone or anything. So if we take the Islamic Tawheed, even, there is no God but He. That's the oneness. And God is not separate. Can we add this to the Tawheed, the Islamic Tawheed? That God, after looking at these ayats, I just have to correct this, right? Right now. I might forget or be a little negligent and lazy later on. So I hope the break in this is not doing much harm. Where is it? I can't. Okay, Ali's paradox, a conclusion all God is existence. Oh, it took away the Islam, even if taken as a paradox. I can't find it. Okay, just said it. So, where was I now? Yeah, it does make a difference. Imam Ali's statement. Where was it? How can we can now safely reach Imam Ali's paradox? Not physically. So, however, God is never separate from anything or anyone, right? This we got it from the Quran ayats. This we got. However, God is never separate from anything or anyone. Remember this. So the Islamic Tawheed would mean not only there is no God but He, but also God is not separate or far from anyone or anything, and that is His oneness to all created and in existence. God is near and not separate. Right? So can we add this to the Islamic Tawheed or not? Or just say that God is not separate from all that He has created, all that is in existence, and He's not separate and He is near to all. Conclusion, all God is God in existence too. Can we say that then, that if He is not separate and near to all, then the conclusion would mean all God is God, right? All is God in existence too. But no, wait, because the Shia 12-verse belief problem comes in. True Tawheed, right? Could it be the true Tawheed? But whether in form or formlessness and invisibly is another question to be answered. Whether in form of... So, can God be near in form also? In the form that He has created, right? As formlessness. Maybe I haven't put this properly to explain to you. I have some impediments here. Noteworthy to state about Shia belief in God that even this nearness of Allah is not Allah Himself. Because remember, Allah is above His existence and yet He is not non-existent. So, taking the Shia belief and logic And what Imam Ali has said, nearness of Allah is not Allah himself, okay? Allah is beyond. So what would that make, what would this mean? The nearness of Allah in Shiaism. But it's an attribute. So an attribute, can I safely say it's an attribute, Shias? Ismaili Shias, when you are very, even 12 Shias, those who have studied in Qom, very high ulamas, grand ayatollahs, please help me in this philosophy, the jurisprudence, the philosophy of this, jurisprudence of this, the logic. Ismailis, please help me. If you can, I really appreciate it. But it's, so this phrase, Allah being near to all, even the disbelievers, we saw in Surah Nur ayat, they find God, they find Allah. How do they find Allah? So the Shias would say they find Allah in attributes and all this, not Allah himself. Okay? But it's an attribute then, or what can we call this? The nearness of Allah. And an attribute, he is near, his nearness to all. So the logical fallacy is there a logical fallacy? No, wait. There's no logical fallacy here, but where could we find the logical fallacy in? So, more search. Saying Allah is separate from his attributes because the attributes are his qualities which he has created, and these qualities are working in movement, or they have a certain, it's created. So whatever they have, it's a creation of Allah, his attributes, in movement, or have a certain movement, or his description is not him, like Imam Ali has said. His attributes are not him, not Allah. Allah is far above all this too. So then, or cut myself short for now, no logical fallacy. If Allah is like, if this is his attributes, so the Shias have no logical fallacy in this. They explain it very well. So Allah is not his attributes, far above his attributes even, and his existence, but his existence, his creation, would be like his, we could say, oh, this is his existence, but he's not in existence. He's above this existence. So like we say, his existence. It doesn't mean that Allah exists, but not non-existence. And we can never comprehend how he is. Imam Ali has said, if minds put together cannot comprehend Allah, what he is, meaning in essence, or, and he doesn't even have an essence. So the isness has to be without qualities and pure. So Allah just is. He's not in his existence. He's far above existence. So, but this isness which is here, now I've jumped to isness. You know what Muji Baba says, this pure awareness. Let's see if I'm wrong also, right? I'm not saying I'm right here, but we're just discovering together for now. So he just is, right? He just is. So I came from my isness, the pure awareness, the I am, presence. Let's see. So the isness has to be without qualities and pure, untouched by existence and creation. The isness which is here as pure awareness. Can we safely say this? This isness, the I am. So the I am is not the attribute of Allah, but his himself, and pure awareness is him, just is, and is absolute, right? How is it absolute? Because we saw that, and the seer was the awareness itself seeing. So it is absolute, how I worked it out. Remember in how Muji Baba points to shows us. So can we say that this isness, this I am, is not an attribute of Allah, but it is Allah Himself, which is absolute. So now I try to search for whether Allah is absolute in the Quran ayats, whether Quran ayats say Allah is absolute, and there is one Quran ayat and one translation I found which says Allah is ever absolute in Surah 4 ayat 131 of Pictal, right? But the others say about this Ghani that he's free of need. So only Pictal has given here, so I can't use this, that Allah is ever absolute, to show the other Muslims who would reject this translation of Pictal of this ayat and this part. Allah is free of need. Oh, so I now had another problem. What shall I do now? Other translations of this part of the ayah is Ghani, Arabic word used, is free of need. So then I go to Surah 2, ayat 255. Allah, there is no God but He, the living, the self-subsisting, eternal. Now, these are also, the Shias would say, what Imam Ali has given them and explained in Najul Balagha, that these are qualities, attributes in qualities, right, of Him. But these don't describe what He is, what actually Allah is. So the Hayy, the living, and the self-subsisting eternal. Yusuf Ali's translation, however, word by word, the Quran.com gives the sustainer of all that exists, the living, and for this Al-Qayyum, the Hayy is the living, or you can put the ever living too, and that is just His quality, His attribute, not Himself, the Shias would say. And even so, I can't. Okay, so how do we go with the living to prove to the Shias that you are wrong, that it is Himself? But He Himself is alive, living. In what manner we don't know, but He Himself is not dead, right? Because He's not non-existent either. He's not non-existence either. And they say He's not in, and that He's not existence, but He's above existence. And yet, can we safely say that He is living? He's alive. And this Al-Hayyu is not only His attribute, but Himself being living. Okay, we can't take Al-Qayyum because Al-Qayyum, another translation of Al-Qayyum, is the sustainer of all that exists. So He's the sustainer, but we can't, okay? So where can we find out that the nearness of His towards us is in His, like, it is Him Himself and not His attribute. I'm not your sister sounds like humans trying to explain a human-made concept of divinity. Yeah, thank you very much for the feedback. Yeah, sounds like humans, right? Trying to explain a human-made concept of divinity, meaning through the Shia also. Or is it me sounded? Can you be a little more clear? Like the Shia side? But to that we can never know who God is, right? No, I mean, yes, the Shia side. Thank you. Sister has come here. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not your sister. Oh, I'm not your sister. Ex-Shia. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, like we can, but even experiencing, they say that human experience, whoever says that they are one with God, like Mansur al-Halad said, Ana al-Haq, it can't be because that's a human feeling. And that also is wrong, they say, the Shia say. What do you say about that? But now we are going like logically. So thank you for the help. Thank you for the. On the other hand, the Shias will say it's your human. But yeah, let's also see if this is a concept that the oneness, that we are God, right? And God is, God is so near to us that there's no distance. And this is not a human construct or the mind construct that I learned from Logan, this phrase, the construct of the mind, but that this is a reality and this is not the mind construct. Or even the beings construct, the feelings. Did I say it properly? Welcome, welcome, dear sister, special sister. Okay, how is Allah's nearness to all possible? It's just His nearness, they would say. The nearness is His attribute. So just welcoming my sister, Ex-Shia. Sounds like human trying to explain a human-made concept of divinity, which is beyond our conception, although they say like God is beyond, because Imam Ali has said God is beyond human conception, of the mind also to understand. You see, sister, Shia sister, oh sorry, ex-Shia sister. On the other hand, the Shia say this. So when my Hindu friend in London was saying that these are just man-made religions, and also I had to explain to her I couldn't what Imam Ali means, and I disagreed with her then. I never understood how God made us and made all of our attributes, but then chose to make us so sinful, and then chose to punish us in eternity with torture. But He made us that way. No, He made us, they say He made, yes, but I'm playing the devil's advocate, right? At the punishment, and yeah, He made us, and then He gives us free will, they say, to recognize Him, to test us. This is a trial God has made. So really, I don't know how to go about this. I was confused in that. Right now, I don't know how to explain this. Yes, He made us. He created us. So we should be praising Him. But we never understand how He even made us, how He created us. We weren't even witnesses. The only thing we were witnesses of is that, am I not your Lord? But is it really free will? Because our entire life is stamped on our forehead at birth. Yes, it's, no, it's free will because God created us. Wonderful creation, wonderful. But then He said, I created you to worship me and no other. And why did He send Adam down here? For what? Why did He create all this? Right? For us to recognize Him, or to worship Him, and then to worship Him. And He even took a testimony from us. Am I not your Lord? But is it really free will? Or should He really give us free will? Or just inspire us, right? inspire us like he inspired the bees, and we live in peace, love, and harmony and demonstrate God's attributes here. Why test us? Like when he sent Adam down, he said, go down, you and all, being enemies of each other. What's the use of that? What is the use of that? So I think we have to come in that way, showing through the Quran ayats, what is the use of that? That Allah says to Adam, go down now. Each one of you being enemies of another, or that Quran ayat. What is the use of that? Now, if we come through free, the way you're saying it, it will be very difficult for me because I don't have that, like, to explain, right? I don't have that, what did I say before to you? The word, proper phrase, the philosophical, how to even debate. You know, I'm not qualified in that way to debate or to explain. I have impediments, right? So I know where you're trying to reach, like at the bottom line of it. But we need to show to these Muslims, I got you in heart. I understand, right? And so it would be very hard for me to explain all this the way you have put it. But thank you for your help. This really appreciated. If God was so in need of human worship, I think he would have had a clearer message to prove his desires. Yes, why couldn't he do it in another way if he was so much in need of human worship? And then saying that he's not in need of human worship, but that it is just good for you that you worship Allah. Right? Like when we go through the tafsirs of the Quran ayats, or what Imam Ali has said, that, or what Imam Hassan has said, that, oh Allah, you are so needless, how then can we give you anything? So he didn't create us he didn't need our worship, but why he wants us to worship him is they will give another reason for it, the Shias and the Muslims. It is for our own good that we worship him, that we realize the true reality which we can't realize in ourselves, but just know through his attributes, who he is, and his signs. He doesn't have any desires. So on one hand, Imam Hussain has said, he doesn't have any desires, he's needless, he's free of need. And there's a Quran ayat too, sister, in this, right, that I just showed, that Allah is free of need. So when he says, when we come to that ayat where he states that he created jinn and men, or men and jinn, to worship him alone, then the reason given should not contradict this ayat, which says he's free of need. Right? This ayat that I just, where is it? Can't find that ayat here. Until comes having partners, they ascribe unto him. So he's free of need. Allah is ever absolute. Here, Surah Nisa 131. It's not his desire. First we need to understand how the Shias believe in this Quran ayat, and through Imam Ali's explanation and Imam Hussein's statements also, and explaining that Allah is absolute, meaning Allah is Ghani, is free of need, free of desires. He doesn't have any desires. In Shia Islam, he doesn't even exist in existence. He is beyond existence and yet non-existent, right? So thank you, sister, for your help. We can be, I can be also in this argument, like a discussion with you. Exactly, there's so many contradictions. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for the feedback. Thank you for being here. But you see this, Allah, there is no God but He. You see this, right? So many contradictions. And in this also I'm showing, although the paradox of Imam Ali saying, but there's a little, can be solved. Like they can say that, he's far from what you ascribe to him, yet he's near. He's far. Can you please explain to me? He's far, yet he's near. So I'm trying to get that of Imam Ali, what he said. He's far, but he's near. I haven't found a single ayat which says he's far from the disbelievers in the Quran. If you have, please let me know, right? So now we go to the living, the sustainer of all that exists. Allah, there is no God but He, the living, we're here. The sustainer of all that exists. Let me see if I can add some or explain what sister has said. If God was so in need of you, no, God, Shias will say God is not in need. God has no desire. There's an ayat here which says He's free of need. Yet, there was a reason why He made to worship. He even created all this out of love for, not for Himself, to be known. Hadith Qudsiya. But out of love for Muhammad, Ali, Fatima, Hassan, Hussein. Right? You're doing great job. I have to get ready for work. It's 7. Oh, sure, I'll let you go. Oh, I'd love you to be here and we can discuss this, but some other time then. I think I'll come back, sister, on this maybe later. You can come here. My special sister, have a great, wonderful time. Hope you love and enjoy your work. Wish you all the best. Yeah, catch you next time for sure. Thank you for the sunflower. Love it. I love all the gifts you give me with your lovingness, your loving care. So appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Exactly, there are so many contradictions. So I won't keep my sister here. I let her go, the special, dear, beautiful sister of mine. And we continue with this. And thanks to her so much for her help, because then I can even discuss these things coming up as I go on. I hope this hasn't confused you or anything further than like understanding Imam Ali's sermons were very it was like sometimes it was very difficult for us. Imam sometimes speak in parables, we were told. So that's why even more difficult for us. Now I'm trying to understand. So Surah 49, Ayat 13, aware. Okay. So, no, Surah 2, Surah Baqarah 255, this part I've only put of this ayat is that Allah, there is no God but He. There's more to this ayat. I should have put a ... here. So the living, they would say this is also that He's not living in existence or in creation, that this is an attribute, let's just, and that He's Allah, the Allah that He is, we cannot know Him, and He cannot be living in this sense of His attribute and self-subsisting, like living in creation or in existence. Oh, sorry, living in existence because He's above existence. So how is He living? How is He living? Please ask yourselves this. Okay, and Al-Qayyum is the sustainer of all that exists. He's just a sustainer. And this is also an attribute of His, so this is not Him in isness, just being in the I am, which is also an attribute if He's beyond, as the Shia say, beyond existence. Then I try to get another ayat now. Let's see. Surya, I might not be going logically, no, I might not be going in steps, cutting myself off, jumping to another ayat. Surah 49, ayat 13. O mankind, we created you from a single pair of male. Okay, what is important here is well acquainted with all things. Awareness comes in, but this also Shia belief would say this is his attribute, or acquainted, well acquainted, or aware. Of all things he's aware, but this is just an attribute of his. How is Allah's nearness to all possible? It's just his nearness, they would say. So I had to jump from here and there. This is my notes, even. In my notes. It's just rough notes I've made. It's just his nearness. Okay. So this I had to check out. Also this ayat of Allah being all aware, or all acquainted with all things. And Allah has full of knowledge. So it's being full of knowledge is not him. He's apart from all this, all this. So then I come to Surah 25, ayat 58. O Muhammad, put your trust in him who is ever living. Again, Hayy, who will never die. Now, can we say this is an attribute of him who will never die? So here, with ever living or living, is that he will not die. After saying he's living, he will not die. Who doesn't die? Who doesn't die? So in this way, if you take him, Allah, as Al-Hayy, the living, the ever-living, Al-Hayy, and he doesn't die. So let's ask ourselves, how is he living who never dies? No one, even the earth. Allah says, I will destroy everything save my face. So philosophers, now he has put here he's ever living, meaning he doesn't die. That's how he's living. Hayy. Even if we don't put ever, it means, so he's the only one living? In what manner? No. He's the one living who does ever living or living, not dying. Doesn't die. That is an attribute only. Now can we say this Hayy is his attribute? Because think of everything. Everything changes. Everything will be destroyed save the face of Allah. That should have come in the end. I was going to give you a surprise in the end. So now can you tell me this living of Allah is his attribute? Okay, his Hayy, living, who will never die. Just as description of him, who will never die. But it is not him. He is beyond all this. But now I am shaky on this. And then Surah 25, ayat 59 says, and you should be Shias too. Ask concerning him the one who knows. So this ayat, in this ayat, the translators, and what blunder and what mistranslations. So Surah 25, ayat 59 says, he who create, and wait a minute, sorry, she's told me that I'm doing a great job. Actually, it would not have been possible without you people here who cooperate, who help me. So actually, if I'm doing a good job, that you're praising me like this, I don't think I deserve this praise. I think I should be grateful to all of you. Sister, you too. In spirit, we are one and you're helping me. And so I cannot just say that I am doing a great job here. I'm doing a terrible job explaining. Right? You're doing great job. So last time I was not able to correct this, it's because of you all, your help, your cooperation, your contribution here. Without you, I'm nothing. without all of you are cooperating in humanity. So you're part of it. So thank you, sister. You are doing a great job too. You're part of this. So now Surah 25 ayat 59 says, He who created the heavens and the earth and all that is in between them in 6 days and then ascended the throne, the merciful one, ask concerning him the one who knows. What do the Shia say? This, and what do the Sunnis say? This is Prophet Muhammad. So ask about him, one well informed. Please go to the ayat and read it in Arabic. Does it really say ask about him to one well informed, or does it say ask him the aware? Ask concerning him the one who knows? You see, how can you ask someone? Okay, you can ask someone if you've forgotten and if you have not become aware of the ayat which when he in your he called the descendants of Adam and said, am I not your Lord? So he's done more than just give you knowledge of him. He's made you witnesses to him. And this person you even ask if you put the ayat like this, although this ayat should not have been put like this, who knows about. But you have been witnesses to Allah on that level, testified that He is your Lord. Am I not your Lord? And you said yes. So the knowledge coming here, first of all, taking it like these, the translators of the Quran ayat, the Arabic Quran ayat have translated in English, first explaining this also. Asking Prophet when Allah has made us to testify, why? Oh, maybe, okay, you'll say we've forgotten and so he's come as a reminder to remind you through knowledge, right? One who knows. Or shouldn't they say the one who has even witnessed with you? So that's a poorly put ayat also. And which 25, Surah Furqan, ayat 59. So here there's another. Now I stopped logically going because we could go on this discussing with the Shias and until the cows come home, and the cows will never come home. You know what I mean? So I had to cut myself and go to Surah Furqan. When I went to, this really helped me. What does it say? And he established himself over the throne, the most gracious. So ask him, all aware. Ask whom? Look how they mistranslate the Quran ayat, this part. Does it say ask? So ask about him, one well informed, the Prophet. This Khabiran is all aware, for God's sakes. We find this attribute of Allah in another ayat too. Allah is well acquainted with all things. See how they've made a blunder here? I caught them so I can take you to pure awareness. Yes. And then you can see within yourself. You get it? So let me just read. In 6 periods, then he established himself over the throne, the most gracious. So ask him. And also the age of him, Bihi. Right? Ask him. Now they have to put in brackets, as he is all aware. Is the Prophet all aware? Or you need to ask Allah, the all aware, about Allah, the all aware. Oh, you see here I've got now this is it, this is the end. So not going to Imam Ali anymore. This finishes, destroys Shia Islam and what Imam Ali has said, try to explain, getting knowledge from the Prophet about Allah. Finish, finito. And I will come again on this. Just hope, register this. Do your own research on this ayat. The merciful one, ask concerning him, the one who knows. Allah, 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 Khabira is an attribute of Allah. Allah most gracious, ask thou then about him of any acquainted. Yusuf Ali translation. And here, meaning all aware is Prophet Muhammad or Imam Ali for the Shias, and Prophet Muhammad and Imam Ali, him, Behi, 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 Behi. Who is Behi, Behi, Behi? What do we do in Dua Mashlul? By you, by you, by you, by you, Behi, 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 by that name that you have kept secret with yourself. I implore you, Dua Mashlul. Behi, Behi means by you, Allah. By that name we don't know, and we implore you. We caught you Shias, forget the Sunni Islam now. We even caught the Shia. Ismailis also, we caught ya, we got ya, we got ya. Allah, Allah, Toba. Please save yourself. I'm not like, okay, I make this. I'm sorry, I don't mean to taunt you or anything. Allah, Allah. Because what's my aim? What's my intention? To help you, support you, get your worth, claim your worth. You are the divine I am. That's not just an attribute. You are the pure awareness. You see it within yourself. And the seer is who? The aware, the all aware. Behi, Behi, Behi. Who is Behi? By you, by Allah, by you. Behi. By the Dua Mashlul. Dua, mashallah it's given me. Did I put Dua mashallah? Dua Mashlul. Maybe by mistake, typo. By that name, by that name. So you say all the attributes, the names, okay, I understand that. But Behi should be. Also look at this. Maybe this will help. Am I getting did I get too excited over this? Behi, 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 Behi. Exalted. Let me show you from the 12 Shia, this Dua Mashlul, opener of all doors. By you, by you. Okay, it might take a long time, and I don't have that much time right now because of certain thing that will go off and go on, and I'll have to go. Behi, Behi, Behi. Oh, it's way down in this dua. So no, I can't waste. Because I'm pressed with time here. So ask concerning him, the one who knows. Who knows it's written as the Quran ayat, in the Quran ayat. See Quran.com, Surah Furqan. Khabiran. And what do they put here? All aware. So ask him, all aware. Oh my God, you see the blunder. So am I not your Lord? What would you do? You see, asking him from the one who knows him or is acquainted with him has put you in such a blunder. Shia, Sunnis, all Muslims. That when you come to that ayat, Surah Araf ayat, right? What happens? I have the notes. Why am I going out of my notes? Surah Qasas says, there is no deity except him. Everyone will be destroyed except his face. Yeah, so I have to explain this. I'm not out of my notes. I just haven't written down. So asking Prophet when Allah has made us to testify. So he has knowledge of Allah, and who knows? Oh, so this is a human being who knows, not Allah's attribute. Ask concerning him, the one who knows. And yet then Sahih, Quran.com, So, wait a minute. Let me check it in another website. Surah 28, 29. Surah 29, Ayat 59. I think I have to speak more on this. Oh, no. Surah Furqan 25, Ayat 59. These are the blunders I make, so I apologize. So now, him, one well informed. Yeah, so this one, well informed, has the word of Allah, the attribute of Allah. Yeah, they put it here like this. I can't click on this. Oh God. Can I go on the left side? I can't go. Yeah, here they've put the one, the human being, the prophet, it seems it is. Oh. Oh, this is taking a long time. The one who knows. Please see. Okay, now the one who knows about Allah. I have to do more research on this Quran ayat. Surah 25 ayat 59. So is he how Quran.com has put it? The one who knows and who is best informed. Best informed, Allah is well acquainted with all, is well acquainted. Surah 49 ayat 13. What is the word used? Surah 49 ayat 13. It is an attribute of Allah, Surah 49 ayat 13. Mind your ears, mind your ears. Oh, I've got it. Please lessen your volume. Okay? Sorry.
Khabir.
Khabir, he's the all aware here. Allah, this is Allah here. Khabir, right? And then we go to Surah Furqan ayat 59. Khabiran, as he is all aware. Or they say acquainted, or what?
Khabira.
Khabira, N is silent, sorry, I didn't know that. Khabira, all aware. Or the translators have made a mistake. Problem, you see. Now how the Shias take this ayat and how your other translators take this ayat also. He is the best info. Oh, look how Abdul Halim has put it. It is he who created the heavens and the earth and what is between them in 6 days, and then established himself on the throne. He is the Lord of mercy. He is the best informed. Shias, Maududi is not an enemy of Ali. Try to see, this is how the ayat should be put. So here I agree with the, not Maududi, Abdul Halim. He is the best informed. This is how the ayat should be put. Not ask concerning him, the one who knows. This best informed is Allah. He is the best informed, not who is. Even the Sunni Maududi has put, ask concerning him, the one who knows about this ayat, this part. Even Sunnis, even Sahih International has put this ayat like this part. So ask about him, one well informed. And guess what? Even Wikipedia, Salman, I don't know, it doesn't give the one who knows. It is said verse 52, ayat 38. Or do they have a ladder by which they can climb? Manifest proof. Then let them bring a manifest proof, clear indication. Salman one. It is in a hadith. I don't know which ayat this is, but this ayat doesn't have. They don't have Ismailis, a band group. Uh, they don't have a translation on this, but where it is mentioned, what other ayats this could be mentioned. It is said in a hadith, Salman is from us, the Ahlul Bayt. This hadith alludes to the fact that the moments of the first rank, male or female, can also be included in the Ahlul Bayt. Okay, this is about Salman. It is stated in a hadith, Inna Salmana minal. Oh, Salman was my favorite. Oh, Salman. That's why my conditioning, sorry, I'm getting emotional. Inna Salmana mina Ahl al Bayt. But what I saw Salman helping in them, making the Khandak. What I read, terrible, terrible. This, and Ibn Ishaq's, that Khandak, to kill that, was given to Salman Farsi by the Holy Prophet. Sorry, I can't. Therefore, it is, the name here? It's about Ahl al Bayt. And the one who knows, Salman al Khair, Salman, given knowledge. Sorry, Salman as an alim of given knowledge. Right? This one. The Imam also said he has the knowledge of the first ones and the last ones. Sirat al Salman, page 155. This from the banned tafsir, this tafsir on some ayat. But like I came here, right? Surah Furqan, ayat 59, there's no tafsir, but they have this, right? This verse has been referred 2 times. We go to 1,000 Wisdom chapter scene, and Sublime Realities, the non-spatial world. Oh God. Now I don't know, like I have to then go to multilingual Quran. And let's check what the Shias, 12 Shias say on this. Since there's no direct tafsir about this ayat. Oops. Surah Furqan, ayat 59, 25. Quickly. Thank God, it's coming. Refer to the commentary of Araf, Surah Araf. 54, Yunus 3, Hud 7. Let's see how they put it. So ask respecting it when aware. Shakir has put it this way. And Shias have chosen, 12 Shias have chosen, so they approve of Shakir's translation. Shakir. Oh. So here also, we have to go to now Surah Araf. Anyways, just cut it short for now and show you that please come to pure awareness. Allah is not beyond His existence. Help yourselves. I feel so emotional, sorry. Surah Qasas says, and when it is said to them, Surah Qasas, ayat 88 says, there is no deity except Him. Everything will be destroyed except His face. What do the Shia say? That Imam Ali is the face of Allah. Okay, but you know that everything will be destroyed? Everything will be destroyed except His face, meaning His isma, His face, meaning Imam Ali's face, or what? His is the judgment. Everything will be destroyed save His face. So, if Shias, so then who is the ever living? Who is the ever living? Allah as the ever living, or the Hayy? Hayy. So, okay, this neighbors have come out in the balcony talking. I'll take a break now. You digest this all and see that maybe we can get to that Allah is pure awareness. This pure awareness, we need to set aside the mind. This is all the construct of the mind. go through some of Logan Baron's videos, right? And then you will understand what I mean by it. Leaving Christianity. If you feel, where's his beautiful, oh my God, Logan Baron? Why he left, this is the reason why also I think, in a way, I left my religion, not only to find contradictions in the Quran ayat, but this is all man-made. If you feel, where does he, let me go to his channel, and so if you set your mind aside, how to directly experience God through meditation. And yet the Shias will say this is not God. This is just an attribute. Even the I am is a great attribute of God. And, right? Or, so why? The religion's biggest lie. This changes everything. Where's videos? Let me see. Why organized religion doesn't want you to meditate. Shocking truth. All my videos are like shocking truth also. If you get intense anxiety, Jesus is my guru, not my God. Attaining enlightenment. Which was that video of his? Be witness of your mind and experience true freedom. Yes. This also, I haven't, I've seen it. Be the witness of your mind. This is pure consciousness, pure awareness, pure witness. And if the thing is pure, it has to be absolute. And you will confirm it within yourself. You don't have to ask anyone. But I have to go through the Quran ayats to tell you how this is possible. And those are wrong things they've given us in the Quran. It's misled. Even through Quran ayats telling you. I experienced oneness with God, you see? And it nearly destroyed my life. The non-dual secret, you must know. And also duality, bringing in duality, like the question of duality. So God created you, how can we say it like the sister, dear sister of mine here? God created you to make you worship Him, but not, you don't know this God, He's other. Creates a duality, creates problems, and who can be more eloquent than Logan Baron? He's one of the very eloquent people who can explain to you, which I can't, and I don't have that eloquence, so please go through these. Oh God, I can't explain. The real you is beyond birth and death, right? The original face. How to discover your original face. Everything will perish, destroyed, save the face of Allah. So you can listen to this. Watch this. Shias, yes, do it. So it will help you leave Islam. Not only what I'm trying to show you, all deceived and all this. Getting stuck. So there would be no duality. We're one with God, and then when this awareness helps, with this we live, we have no fear, no fear of sinning, going wrong. Perfect life. Jesus Christ has said, be perfect like your Father. What does he mean by that? Can you ever be perfect? So you will live a perfect life without fear of sins, without fear of, the hellfire, or if I do something wrong, if my strand of my hair is showing, coming out from the hijab, I'll be burning Allah. No, put it straight, Allah. God is going to burn me in hell. Be perfect. Like God or your Father God. Jesus Christ. So they wanted you to fear Allah and all this, right? Control you through fear and all this. They've messed up. The Quran, they've messed it up. The organized religions, this is what they want you. And Prophet Muhammad and his family, giving importance to him and his family. Matthew 5, verse 48. Be perfect. Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father who is in heaven is perfect. Like be, in succinctly put, be perfect like your Father in heaven, like God is. How can you be perfect? When you have no duality. This your Father, you are his Son. Be like your Father, perfect. This would mean that God has to be inside of you, or God has to be you in some way. Or in the absolute sense, you are Him. How shall I put it? You are pure awareness. Pure awareness is absolute. We can confirm that. I can have again, or send you to Moji Baba, ask you to, I request you to go to Moji's, right? Also Moji, if you want a direct, right now, go to Moji, then go to Logan, also Moji meditation on witness. You are life itself. We came to this world to awaken to the eternal. Eternal is who? God is the eternal. Eternal, Shias, is not just an attribute of God. The living, the all-sustaining. And to show you, I will try to show you later on. You are the witness, if I can. So I'll continue with this live stream later on. So everything will be destroyed. At least the face will not be destroyed like his one attribute. Okay, Shias take this as his attribute, right? The face of Allah. At least that will not be destroyed, right? So, then listen to Logan, because I haven't yet watched this one. That you are the face of Allah. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Logan, sorry, Allah I used. You are what? So everything will be destroyed, and so we find out here, pure awareness, can it be destroyed? Okay, we die and we go brain damage, and then we lose connection with the pure awareness. We lose connection because the brain dies and the connection is perhaps in the brain with this pure awareness, but this doesn't mean that pure awareness is not absolute. So taking because Logan would not be able to, he's telling you that he's left Christianity, this is the Christ that the organized religions have made. It's not the true Christ. Be the witness of your mind and experience true freedom. Non-dual secret. Original face. So everything will be destroyed save the face of Allah. So real you is beyond birth and death. How to discover your original face? I am. See? I was trying to get to this video actually. So I'm going to listen to this video. Pure awareness. Logan will explain it to you. He should be one of the guides, help us. Spirituality and everything, realities of life. Ask him. And so, ask him who is all aware. Surah 58, he's one of them. Surah 25, ayat 59. Ask and say, but it's not how the Quran ayat is put. Maybe it's put like this. Okay, I have to go. Thank you so much. Thank you. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.